Hello everyone, I'm Rinku Dhiman, working as an assistant professor in electrical engineering department at RPIIT Technical and Medical Campus, Karnal. So today I'm going to discuss introduction to automation, or we can simply say industrial automation. So what is automation? Automation is basically delegation of human control function to technical equipment for increasing productivity, increasing quality and reducing cost, and finally increasing safety in working conditions. So these are the main concern why we preferring nowadays automation in industries, basically to increase the productivity, or if you we want to improve the quality of product, and overall cost should be reduced. So it will be like it should be like economic to produce something. And finally safety, working condition is also the one of the advantage in automation. Now this is about the history of automation. So we must follow this like downward to upward approach. So firstly we were available with manual control, then pneumatic control, then hardwire logic control, electronic control using logic gates, and programmable logic controllers. So one by one we will discuss, as firstly with manual control, then later on today we are using PLC controller. We will discuss all these things one by one in further slide. So the first one is manual control. All the action related to process control are taken by operators. So in this process of control, every action about the product making have to be taken by our operators. So that is manually basically. Due to manual interpretation in product management, so there are a lot of drawback. The first one is likely human errors and consequently its effect on quality of final products. As we know that humans are not efficient like computers with like 100% efficiency or accuracy. So some error will be there, so finally it will affect the final product of the yours. And the second is the population safety. So we can say that production safety, energy consumption, and uses of raw material are all subject to the correctness and accuracy of human actions. So this is also main concern in manual control. In pneumatic control, industrial automation with its machine and process control had its origin in 1920s with the advent of pneumatic controllers. So pneumatic controllers was basically based on the pneumatic valves kind of actions, and which in turns were controlled by the relays and switches. So in that time pneumatic controllers utilize that pneumatic valve principles, and with that purpose we will control the by some relays and switches. Again there was some drawback with the same controller. The one is your bulky and complex system, and then involve lot of network to implement control logic, and finally longer project time. So all these were the concern in pneumatic control designing. System was more complex and bulky, and we can say that lots of control logic implement for the single task, and it require more and more time for its execution. And finally hardwire logic controller. These include the contactor and relay together with the hardware timer and counter were used in achieving the desired level of automations. So here was the first implement, like relays and contactors come together in picture, and timer and counters were used to achieve their desired level of automation in the industrial process. But again there was some drawback of this hardwire logic controller. The thing was that there were these made up with the bulky panels, then complex wiring, as name suggests, it will used wired for each logic control. So complex wiring system was there. Again system was bulk or lots of wiring was there. So we can say that all a single task take more and more time, And finally the construction or the design was more complex, so maintenance and troubleshooting was an issue in that case. And lastly, as in 1960, with the advent of electronics, the logic gate started replacing the relays and auxiliary contactors in the control circuit. The hardwire, so we can say that in hardwire control system, there was the complex structures, but here was like hardware timer and counter were replaced by electronic timers only. So it becomes more advantages of these logic gates in picture in comparison to our earlier three systems. The first one was like reduced space requirements, and energy saving was the main concern in this type of controller, and less maintenance and greater reliability. But some disadvantage of this electronic controllers also was there. The first one is chain control logic not possible, because we already made these control using electronic components. So once we have designed a particular controller for a specific application, so if you need to change in that, so you have to change your all complete circuit. Then more project time it will needed, so we utilize these controller for the complex application, so more time required for the complex operation as well. Then control hardware include these three kinds of controllers, like standalone PID controller, that is proportional integral derivative controller, then PLC, programmable logic controller, and third is distributed control system. This include our SCADA, supervisory data control acquisition system. So these are the control hardware nowadays we are using in industry at a very large scale. And these are the component of industrial automation. So we have to categorize in three field basically. So automation have three categories, like one is your SCADA, that is supervisory control and data acquisition, that is completely software approach. And then PLC, programmable logic controller, that is the combination of your hardware and software both. And finally field instrument that require as an input module and output module for both PLC and SCADA, we can say. PLC I already discussed in my last lecture, and on SCADA I will make another lecture for the same. So all these things in a little bit I will discuss in further slide. Automation, basically earlier we was using this approach, we will follow from approach this from downward to upward approach, we can say. So sensor placed in the field, so if you want to like measure some information from the real world, so you have to put the sensor over there in the field. Then these sensors are connected with field cabling with junction box, where the number of inputs are connected at the same terminal. Then the junction box with field cabling again connected with our control hardware, that is include our PLC, SCADA and PID controller. And finally we put all these things on the software. Software is related to the computer operates. So we will process this information on the computer and make a decision for the final action in the process control. Now this is the advanced approach or advanced technology nowadays we are using in industrial automation. So again we will follow this approach from downward to upward. So here we are replacing the earlier one field sensors with our like smart transmitter placed in the field. So we are putting the smart transmitter over here. The smart transmitter will behave like that. It will smartly work for the field data and fed to the field bus scanner. So where it will scan the data and fed to the control hardware. So again control hardware may be our PLC or some kind of PID controller, and the measurement data of this controller will fed to our SCADA. So SCADA, again we have some algorithm based approach on the software. So we on the SCADA we will supervise on the acquired data for number of processes. Now these are the some of leading SCADA software like Wonderware, InTouch, that is the one of the brand manufacturing for SCADA software. Then intelligence, that is fixed DMAS. Then third is merge. We can expect like SPIC is one of its brand. Allen Bradley, its first version was RS View. Siemens, that first version was WinCC. Then G Fanuc, that is simplicity. And KPIT, and that is related to its first version Astra. So these are the naming of one of the top brand for SCADA software manufacturing. Now the field instruments, that is nothing but a sensor. So sensors with transmitter are field devices placed in the field who actually sense the parameter and send the analog signal to the control hardware. The analog signal used are RTD, then millivolt thermocouple, we can say, that have rating 4 to 20 milliampere or plus minus 10 volt, etc. So these are the rating of our instruments which are using for different purposes. Widely used sensor as a field instruments are RTD, that gives the output in ohms, maybe so measure the temperature with this instrument. Again thermocouple, again measure the temperature and output is in millivolt. So we can see that we are available with a variety with different variety of sensors with same quantity to be measured in different units. So pressure transmitter, flow transmitter, level transmitter, conductivity meter, density meter, pH transmitters, and many more, with the rating of this 4 to 20 milliampere and 0 to 10 volt. Leading manufacturing in sensors are like one your Fisher Rosemount, then again second one of the most branded name, that is Yokogawa, Anderson and Hauser, Radix, Toshbro, etc. So these are the leading manufacturer in sensor in terms of field instruments. Then finally, being an engineer, electrical, electronics engineer, or we can say mechanical engineer, these are the role of engineer in industrial automation: design of automation system, then erection and commissioning of our equipments, application engineering, and then finally maintenance and troubleshooting of existing system. So this is all about the industrial automation. Thank you very much. Stay tuned with us. Please like and subscribe our channel. Thank you.